Ahoy, fellas. Joey's gonna win at your service. Had a nice, restful weekend. Arms are feeling great, so I say we do something about that. Not gonna be as complicated as the last couple workouts, but I am going to be using the bands for the exhaustive part of the workout, and then we're going to switch over to the weights for the shredding part. Let's see. 50 pounds should be plenty. So yeah, it'll be really simple and straightforward, just a bunch of bicep curls. Probably do regular bicep curls for this part and then alternating for the next one. Nice. Nice. Where did I put my book? Oh, here we go. Let's see, today is the 22nd. Yeah, people moved in the empty apartment below us. That's kind of a shame. They're quite loud. And I did 20 there. And I'll put down 50B for 50 pounds on the band. Yeah, that's probably going to be annoying. And it already kind of is. They have a dog in the apartment. What the fuck is this from? I found something in my slipper. There's this piece of something. But I don't know what that's from. Anyhow, they're quite loud. They have some rather loud gatherings, and they even have a dog in the apartment, which is actually against the lease. So I'm not too worried about being loud. I'm a naturally quiet person, but the second somebody knocks on my door saying about a noise complaint, that dog is gone. do like those. I really like the bands. I say it a lot, but man, those are just nice. And Hunter said that the reason my elbow was really sore afterwards, even though it didn't feel like it, while I was using them last week, he said that was because, yeah, they work your joints really well, especially compared to the weights. Now, I don't know how true that is or what kind of source would back that up. But I can understand it, right? I don't know, it's weird. The workout difference is weird too, just because the weights, you always have that weight bearing down, whereas those, I guess that's where it comes from. The bands don't have weight to them, so when you pull them up, that's when you work things, as opposed to even being in a rest position, like bicep curls down here. With the weights, those are still pulling, right? It's not really a rest, as opposed to the bands where there's actually no weight. There is no strain. I could see how that would be a bit of a kinder workout, less fatigue buildup. And as a result, you could possibly do more reps, more weight, things like that. But I don't quite get why it would be better for the joints. I could look that up, honestly. That would probably be the best thing to do. Always do your research. Always do your research before coming to any conclusion. Make sure you are informed. It is better for you, and then subsequently it's better for everyone involved and anyone that gets involved. That feels good. What else? Oh, I streamed for the first time in a while yesterday. I streamed some Deep Rock Galactic, just because I like that game a lot. Apparently there's a new difficulty called Hazard 5 Plus. If you don't know, the previous highest difficulty was Hazard 5, which means that the missions themselves, since it's sequential, went up to a maximum difficulty of 5. But now there are bonus challenges to make Hazard 5 even more difficult. I had gotten it unlocked on my own, and yesterday's stream was getting it unlocked for Hunter. Since he's getting better, but he's still not the best. And, odd chest pain. That's odd, it was kind of twang. It was like a twang every now and then. It's not spreading to my arm, so I don't believe it to be a heart attack. And I would be thoroughly shocked if it was a heart attack, if I'm being honest with you. Full range of motion. No problems there. Not a stroke would be in the brain anyhow, but just covering all bases. And it seems to be fading now, so maybe it's just a palpitation or something. But yeah, I'm sure that's fine. Let's go ahead and grab these. Threw me for a loop there. And let's just do regular. I was gonna do alternating, but I don't care. That's really tough. Feels good though. Let's see, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we got that unlocked for Hunter. And it was pretty difficult. It was a bit more difficult than when I did it on my own. But that's because I'm pretty sure the game gets more difficult as you add more players, kind of like Borderlands 2 or something like that, to help balance things out. Fortunately, I am a good driller. I do think I'm a slightly above average driller. Just because if you account for the averages, you've got people who have picked up the game once and never even touched driller one time. I'm not sure who would be considered the best. Certainly, there are people who have there are people who have played a lot more than I. But all things considered, I run that class pretty well. It was a good time, and I enjoyed a good spike in the difficulty. I tell you what, it's pretty satisfying being able to warm up on one of the more difficult, or one of the higher difficulties, like Hazard 4. That's what I warm up on whenever I play a game now. It's really nice. It's satisfying. I think tomorrow, I've been eating a good bit of chicken actually. I've been having I've been planning out a meal plan for Hunter to help him basically cover all of his bases. As well as he never told me that he wanted to start cutting. So I don't know if he wants me to do that per se. He gave me a range of calories to shoot for, but you know, I'm just not entirely sure. It mostly calories and protein. But with that being said, I've also been looking at my own diet and meal planning and meal prepping, and you know, I can eat the same thing every day and I will be fine. Like mentally, I guess. I'm not too bugged. I'm satisfied without too much what would that be dynamicism? Doesn't need to be too dynamic, basically. So you know, I have pretty much the same breakfast, the same lunch, the same dinner. And I counted everything out, and I tell you what, it's not easy. It's not easy bulking. I'm not bulking right now, obviously, but man, I just always kind of am a little bit below my average BMR. And the thing about stuff like BMR is that's without any exercise, without any extra burning of calories. That's if I stayed in bed all day. And I do these workouts, so it's like I'm obviously burning at least a little more, so I can eat more. I actually ordered a scale, a little kitchen scale, I think, and this was actually tricky to find for some reason. I got one that can go to 1/10 of a gram, because a lot of them don't go to decigrams. Not decigrams per se, it's still in grams, but it has it has a place after the decimal point. And I just wanted that because I am me. I like having access to that information, whether or not it's pertinent to any real situations at hand. It was a bit longer of a break, but believe me, I need it. So I'm gonna really enjoy using that, because I also found a little application that's basically a compilation of nutritional labels. So, you know, it's 100 grams of chicken gives this many calories and this much protein, and you know, fats, all that stuff. So with a scale, I'll be able to actually accurately measure that, not just for myself, but also for Hunter, for the meal plan I'm putting together for him. I don't know how many eggs is 100 grams of eggs. Who measures eggs like that? What? But, you know, details. Once I do get it, I actually would like to do a couple, I had the idea in my head to do some YouTube shorts, and, you know, they don't always pan out because, well, I'm me, but it could be interesting to do just a crash course, almost like if you've ever seen Good Eats with Alton Brown. Do something like that in a really quick format, talking about things like, you know, the most useful tool in the kitchen for nutrition. That would be the scale. things like what you need to know about calories. This is actually pretty interesting. Calorie that it says on the nutrition label, that's actually incorrect. That's actually incorrect. The actual measurement is kilocalories, KCAL, but they just put calories on the label, even though they mean kilocalories. I don't know why it's done like that. It was throwing me for a loop when I went to London because everything was KCAL, and I know the metric system, K means kilo, means 1,000 calories. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what are these? This is basically, what's going on here? These numbers aren't adding up. But apparently that's actually something. So, yeah. Could be fun. I'd have to take a bit of time to actually edit those, and I don't really know how to do that, but yeah. I don't know. I might have fun with it. Mortar and pestle versus a spice grinder. Stuff like that. I don't freaking know. I'm a guy speaking to a phone in an empty apartment with a fucking fake fireplace on my TV. That's 8. Oh, and that's 10. Oh, good workout today. That was thoroughly enjoyable. I am going to feel this. But yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching this far. I hope you had a good time. I hope to see you here again, and I hope you have a good rest of your night.